Hello, my beautiful people of Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy. It is I, Maddie, doing another solo pod while my partner in crime is still a little sicky. So we have lots of stuff. I'm like, where should I be looking? And if you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, which you always should be, that should be number one thing that you do today. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, hit the every single button possible. You know that usually we're, looking at each other. So it's kind of weird to be like potting by myself, not gonna lie. But we have come with such an upgrade from the last little kind of like hodgepodge episode where I was talking about 3 questions to ask yourself if you're dating someone with an age gap. I got so much feedback. Thank you everyone that listened. I was literally DMing with someone, talking to someone. I'm like, damn, I forget. But for those of you who listened, who asked me for the link, I appreciate you guys so much for listening and subscribing. Very, very, very nice of you. Thank you. Today we got heavy pop culture. And then we also have, I don't really think it's a heavy pop culture day. I might do some dating update, not dating updates, but just some things around dating I think are like really interesting to talk about that I don't really always talk about with Ali, just because she's in such a different place in life journey than I am. But I wanted to talk about pop culture today to give you the hot pop culture. Side note, this is coming out on the 29th. So our guest episode for August, it was so good. It is a friend of show. That's your little sneak peek. Friend of show. He might also be my gay husband. That gives you any idea. You probably could find him if you look through the guest Rolodex that we have had on. We've had him on every single year and twice this year when he comes on again. So that episode is so freaking fun. So just a little housekeeping reminders. Make sure, please, 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 please listen all the way through the ads. That is how your girls get paid. So we can keep doing more of these. Make sure to like, subscribe, all the things. I don't know why I keep getting really dizzy. Maybe I'm just like parched. But watch through the ads, listen to the ads. It's like 30 seconds of your time. You can do it. I know you can do it. So let's jump right into it. So I just watched The Ultimatum, and I believe it's season 2. And I finished off season 2. And then I went to season 1. And this is the This Week in Pop, guys, if you are unfamiliar. I went back to season 1. And then I realized how freaking unhinged season 1 was. Season 1 was quite literally insane. Now, if you have not watched The Ultimatum, I was like wondering if this tells you how much time you've been recording. I actually want to turn that on so I can keep track, so I don't just like ramble for no reason. But if you were not familiar with The Ultimatum is essentially another show of Nick and Vanessa. Wow, stroked out. Nick and Vanessa Lachey. It's another one of their shows, and it's essentially where each couple comes into the show because they are giving their partner an ultimatum to marry them. Now, just at the premise, do you want to be, this is my general question, do you want to have to force someone to marry you? If I'm being like totally honest here, part of like one of the things I've said, and if you're totally new, like I'm divorced, hello, it's me, I'm divorced. I felt like I was pushing my relationship to get to the next step the entire time. And I look back on it, I'm like, did I push the marriage too? Maybe, maybe not. But when I look at these couples, I want to say most of them were, no, it was a mix. Some guys were given the ultimatum, some girls were given the ultimatum. But strike one for me, if they don't know they want to marry me, like right then and there, like why are we here? Why are we here? Strike two, any of the girls, was I think that was on season 2. I can't remember. Any of the girls that were saying he just needs to grow up a little, he needs to mature. Why? What are you doing? Everyone knows the number one thing I say when it comes to dating, I say this all the time, is that do not date, do not marry for potential. Do not do it. Take that person, where they are exactly. Where they are exactly. Do not date for potential. Why should you not date for potential? Because you are thinking about what that person would do if you were them. You're thinking about how you would handle a situation. Easy example. Let's say there's a big, I don't know. Okay, let's say, I don't know, let's say you're dating someone who's, I don't know, in law school, but like not really motivated, right? And the bar is coming up. Is a really good example. You're like, oh my gosh, they're going to be a lawyer. They're going to be so successful, but they're like partying, and you're like, well, there's so much potential. Like hunker down, study, get good grades, blah blah blah. Yeah, you're saying what you would do in their position, or if their relationship needs some work, and you're like, well, go to therapy, do this, do that. You're saying what you would do. Girl, I've been there. I've done that. I got the ticket. Do not date for potential. The number of girls that were dating for potential. Then there was a couple where his family was not okay with her not being of the same like race and heritage. Like, and she's like, "Oh, they're not really understanding or accepting of me." And then he was like, yeah, my mom wants me to marry, I believe, an Indian girl. That's what he said. I believe so. And there was no like sticking up for each other. Like he really didn't give a crap. Like nothing was changing. And I was just like, how, like, don't you see the writing on the wall? And you don't. Like, listen, in a previous relationship, there were some interesting things when it came to race. And I'm not going to name which relationship this was, but I was not stood up for. And I was like, oh, this will continue. This will continue. So when you see those type of things, those people are not changing. They're not changing. Their opinions are not changing. No. I say this to say is that the ultimatum is effing crazy because why would you want to, I mean, we know why people go on shows like Love is Blind and Love Island, all of that, but you're going there partially for fame, right? Partially for an opportunity, which I'm not going to hate on someone for going after an opportunity. I am just a bitch waiting for an opportunity, and I say bitch in the most empowering way. I'm always looking for an opportunity. I don't care. I'm stroked. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing. I am okay right now. I just did not have it in me to do makeup, do hair, do anything. Hair is looking fine. I did it yesterday, but I'm always gonna find an opportunity. I'm always gonna find an opportunity. Always. So I'm not gonna hate on them for looking for an opportunity as well. So those are my thoughts on the ultimatum. Like, couldn't be me. It couldn't be more humiliating. Oh, then I think it was season one. Madeline and Colby. I think it was season one. This man comes on the ultimatum, and I believe Colby gave Madeline the ultimatum. I want to say after like the first week. So at the first week of the ultimatum, you're with other couples and you're all dating each other, but you're still with your partner at the end of the day, I think. And then, oh, excuse me. And then you pick who's going to be your trial husband for the first 3 weeks or trial partner, and then you switch back to your main boo after those 3 weeks. Colby comes in to the hotel, apartment, whatever. He's crying. He's like literally like, oh my God, I just love her. So like, he's like so obsessed, loves her so much, blah, 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 whatever. Okay. During the trial marriages, he's with, honestly, his plan B. They do kiss, but they weren't like together, like in that really together. He goes out to a bar and like makes out with some girl. And then Madeline finds out and he tells Madeline, well, I didn't get the fullest experience with my trial wife because we didn't pick each other. So I went and made out with that girl for you. I'm sorry. But if my potential husband says, I went and made out with another girl because the experiment we're in, I didn't actually get to pick a partner I was interested in. And I did this for you to make sure I was really into you. What the hell? And she like holds her ground. She's like, you're effing crazy. This is not how it's going to go down. And she like demands an apology. I mean, I would demand like leave me the hell alone. Demands an apology, kicks him out. He, long story short, what do you think happens at the reunion? They're married and they're pregnant. Let's see if they're together. Colby and Madeline from Ultimatum season 1. Let's see. Wow. Honestly, I'm surprised they're still together. Let's see. Wow, mom of 3. I mean, hey, happy. But low-key, so like what? It's kind of crazy watching these people like get such a big fall. 290K. Like, oh, she posts like once a month. Wow. Oh wow. So in May it was 5 years. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, let me read this post because it's actually really interesting. We had no business getting married when/how we did. So many times over the past 5 years we come to standstills in thought, and this is something we should have talked before getting married. And it hasn't always been easy, but from what I've heard time and time again, it never is. Low key, I don't agree with that because I think that means you didn't work on shit beforehand, which she kind of does allude to, but I don't know. I just don't agree with the like it's never as easy. Like I just think people are not evolved enough when they get married. Anyway. Oh, wow. 4 kids. Damn. 4 kids is a hell of a lot of kids. Wow. Interesting. Well, hey, you know what? Good for them. Happy for them. Couldn't be me. Anyway, Ultimatum. Those are my thoughts on that. Okay. On the next part, the newest Amanda drop, where she's like, "Oh, we don't say I love you. We say Italy. We like say love ya." I agree with all the people that were saying if Amanda and Wes are not endgame, which they're not, we know that. We know they're not. What was the effing point? I want to see the most current. I did not look up like the most current. Let's see. Amanda and Wes current situation. I need to know, are they right together? Okay, still dating. Okay. Loki, who knows? But I will say, eh, like if they're illy, like to each their own, but girl, get a grip, get a hobby. Get a hobby. I have been seeing, maybe I'll do a little talk about this. Like I think I did talk about in my mini episode. I really think there is a lack of use of creative juices, imagination, passion, finding your mission in life. And that's why so many people are dating. I really think that. Okay, so shoot me. Okay, I gotta bleep that out. Push me. Can I say anything? Something. KMS, if I'm one day saying, we say illy, but we don't love each other. Blah, blah. Okay. Let's talk about Love Island. Bryce and Trinity. I love Bryce and Trinity. I'm so happy for them. So happy for them. They're a beautiful couple. Bryce, we will hunt you down if you hurt Trinity. I'm just so excited to see what happens. Trinity just seems like such a genuine person. I love her style, her authenticity. You guys, I know I talk. You guys, I know. You guys know I talk about so much on the pod where I love people are truly themselves. Oh, we're gonna talk about that real quick. Let me add that to the list before I forget. You guys know I love when people just are truly themselves and just put themselves out there and dress the way they want, talk the way they want, be exactly who they want to be. And I love that Trinity does that. And I saw this really funny edit. It was from season 6. I'm forgetting her name. But she put Kendall. or Cordell in his effing place. And she goes, she was pregnant with Trinity in season 6. So true. So true. Oh, so good. You cannot tell me season 6 of Love Island was not one of the best seasons of Love Island USA. You cannot tell me. But Trinity and Bryce, I love them. I am excited for Anaya and Carl. Like, we're seeing them do big things. I want to see them. Like, they're just such a beautiful couple. All of them are beautiful couples. Now, I will say, what the hell is happening with our season 6 lovers? I'm forgetting the name right now. Olandria and Nick. I mean, lawyers, Dumois, what is going on? Like, Dumois posted about potential rumors about them breaking up, and then I saw Alandria commented like my lawyers will be talking to you. Like, can we leave a happy couple alone? Also, can we just like stop hating on everyone? I mean, as I'm sitting here judging people too, I mean, what room do I have to talk sometimes? But what is going on? What is going on? Isn't there like a TikTok saying like, what is going on in the house of something? Allie's not here for my chronically online bestie to confirm or deny that TikTok sound. But I don't know what's happening with them. I hope they're okay. I'm going to do some more recon today. Obviously, I didn't do a ton of recon. We're just trying to keep the episodes going and flowing for you, going and flowing. But I am excited to see what happens. I love Trinity and Bryce. You know, we truly did watch them become a couple. We did watch them become a couple, and it was beautiful. It continues to be beautiful. I want to see her get brand deals. I saw there was a really good account, and it was like, what brand deals would I do if I was Trinity and her manager? And it was like working with True Revival, like the jeans, or True Religion, True. That's like two brands of one. True Religion jeans and low key, I was like slay. I love that. I love the jeans. I love her 90s like chic, not 90s chic, her 90s like edgy punk rockery outfits. Like, love everything she's doing. I'm so pro Trinity and Bryce. Let's just keep them going. Let's keep them going. Okay. Let's see. What's the other thing I want to talk about? That is my pop culture tea for y'all. Um, what else want to talk about? So, a couple life updates. I want to talk about like just the power of shooting your shot and just trying. Just trying. Just shooting your shot. I think there is so much. I think what are the stats for women that apply to jobs? Women like will not apply to jobs if they don't fit the criteria, like 90% at least. And then they'll say like an old white man that's balding and like a beer belly, like he will apply for a job. He's like 40% like qualified for. And I keep that in the back of my mind. I keep that in the back of my mind. This is my proposal for a new segment where I call, I don't know, life advice with Maddy. I just want all the women to know and remember that shoot your shot for things. Like, don't be afraid to just try something. Even if you have no business, like trying it. Great example. My first photo shoot happened because I was talking to a random person at an art gallery, and then I was talking to her friend, and then her friend's a photographer, so on and so forth. And then I worked with Minimo, which is a jewelry brand, and I'll put the post in the comments. So you guys can, or comments, the show notes. You can go and look at the post. Beautiful pictures, beautiful jewelry, beautiful jewelry designer. She's amazing. CEO, founder, all the things. And then I shot my shot with another photographer to work with her just on a fun creative project. And then I shot my shot recently with a Pittsburgh magazine that needed some fall and winter models, and then an up and coming photographer in New York City. And he emailed me back. And I'm just want to say, FTF, follow the fun, and shoot. And FTF, SYS, shoot your shot, follow the fun. Those are my two life sayings right now. Because do I know where they're going? No. Does it give me energy, life, and feel like I'm doing fun things and just trying stuff for the hell of it? Yes. Yes. I think we just put so much pressure on ourselves as women to try something, but also try something and have this amazing, great result. And if it's not perfectly amazing and great, then we like feel bad and we feel like we failed. But in reality, like men are doing that all the time. Men are doing that all the time. And then they're getting like all this like recognition for it. And meanwhile, they didn't do like anything. Like, how many times do you hear about a woman that's running a team in a business and she's like, oh, so much work. The women are killing it. And then there's Bob. And Bob's like just pushing a pencil. And that's me pushing a pencil on the table. Like, he's not doing shit. And he's getting credit. I want women to FTF and SYS. Follow the fun, shoot your shot. You don't have to have the end goal in mind. And excuse me, don't know where that burp came from. I hate to burp on the mic, so I'm sorry. That brings me into where I was messaging BFF Sam, who I meant to have on the pod, but I was having technical difficulties. I was just like feeling like I had this existential crisis, and I was talking to my mentor too, and I'm like, what am I doing in my life? I'm like modeling randomly, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Both of them came to the same conclusion very, very fast, and they're like, you don't have to know. You don't have to know. I think so much of our young adulthood as women in our 20s is like wanting to be accepted by chosen accepted. I definitely felt that way in a marriage, and then in like my beginning stages of dating. I just wanted to be chosen. And now in my 30s, I'm just like really owning and finding myself and experimenting and trying things and being open to all the possibilities. And I think we all fall into this. I have friends that are also in their 30s and they feel like, hi, I'm meant for more. I should be doing this. I kind of want to try that. And there's like a fear of failure, a fear of like, I don't know how to get started, a fear of, I have friends that want to start businesses but don't know where to start, all those things. And I just want to say, FTF and SYS, you don't know until you try. You don't know until you try. And I keep telling everyone I'm going to be trying oil painting. I'm going to be dedicating like a year of learning how to oil paint because I have, and I was telling a friend of show, Maddy Durkin, I was telling him how I want to oil paint and do a really cool painting of my grandpa's barber shop when he owned a barber shop. And I could just see it's like really cool oil. I'm just really excited to do it. Never oil painted. I'm not, I used to be artistic, not as much now. And I'm excited. I'm excited to try it and see where it goes. So it doesn't have to be this end result. And I think we put so much pressure on ourselves, everything we do, especially as perfectionists, as a high achiever, all those things, that we have to have this end result right now. But in reality, we do not. In reality, we're all here. Like, why are we here? We're here to experience life, find our meaning. And part of something I was talking to a friend of the show, Maddy, was that like I feel like I'm just here to connect with their vision, inspire. I mean, even Sam was telling me like I talk about resilience so much, and I do, and I believe in it, and like resilience makes you who you are. I didn't think I would be here doing this right now, even podcasting by myself. I don't think I ever did a solo pod, maybe once or twice, like a long one. You know, it's been a minute, right? Um, but I think there is so much fun and growth in just trying things without having this end result of what it has to look like, what it has to be, and having fun with it and letting failure go to the side. Failure is really just subjective because in every effort you put into anything, you're going to learn something and it can translate in so many different ways. It doesn't have to be like, I made this oil painting and I got an award. No, it's something that like I'm excited about and that's like filling my cup at the same time. And it's making me feel creative, even thinking about it. Like I started drawing. I'm excited about it. But if I allowed myself to sit here and be like, ugh, like I have to have this beautiful result, or if I don't make the painting by X date, or I don't know, putting whatever kind of parameters on myself, when in reality, it just needs to be fun. We're allowed to have fun. We're allowed to have fun, and it doesn't have to be some insane end goal. And not everything has to be about productivity either. Because I've definitely done a lot of drawings lately that are not productive. Like, sorry, that are not in pursuit of a specific goal. It's just having fun. It's just about having fun. So if you are feeling like you are in an existential crisis, I want you to know that if you're having an existential crisis about your life, your health, well, yeah, about your life and what direction you're going into, I just want you to know you're allowed to not have it figured out right away because, girl, I don't either. I don't either. I was there was a guy that asked me for some advice about hosting events and events in general, and he asked me what my number one goal was, and I was like, I just want to get paid for doing things I genuinely love. I want to make money doing things I really like. Not everyone gets that opportunity. I don't take it lightly. And that's like my main goal. So far, we've been doing that. So, mission accomplished, right? I would think so. At least that's what I'm telling myself and remind myself on my gratitude list today. I was like, I get paid for doing things I like. And I say that over and over and over. The last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, is I'm feeling honestly a little dizzy right now. I'm hungry. One of our episodes when we used to do deep dives. If you are a fan of the deep dives, raise your hand in the comments. Will we bring back the deep dives? I don't know. Do I kind of want to? Depends on the day. Depends on the day. They take time. Um, one of our deep dives about Herbalife was blowing up on TikTok. We did two parts about Herbalife and why it's a pyramid scheme and why you shouldn't do it and trust all those things. I think it was helpful. It's just funny, but if you want deep dives, if you want us to bring them back, let us know in the comments. Send us a message. We could bring them back. As always, if you have a question about dating, life, what direction you're going, what any kind of advice, use the anonymous link. We won't know who it is. It could be like, I hate my best friend. What do I do? I don't. It could be anything, dating advice, whatever it is. Use the link. It's in the show notes. It's on our page. It's everywhere. And send us a message, totally anonymous. So we don't know who it is. Or if you have something embarrassing to share, send that too. But thank you guys so much for listening and watching Kind of Hot, Kind of Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, share this with your bestie who needs a little pop culture, who needs a little like talked off the ledge of I don't know what I'm doing in my life. This is your reprieve of the day, and I hope you enjoyed it. We will be back to normal episodes here shortly, probably I would hope by the next episode. I think we'll be back to regular programming. So thank you guys so much for hanging in with me, and let me know. I love to give dating, life, business advice. I'm always happy to give more on that. But I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.